everybody, it's Sarah, and today I'm here with my October wrap-up. And this month I read a total of 4 books, 12 mangas, 4 of which were rereads, and 1 comic. And let's get right into it. The first book I read this month was Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier, and I absolutely loved this book. I thought it was amazing. It has an awesome female character, well, lead character. I have a review for this book and I'll leave the link in the description. The second book I read this month was The Martian by Andy Weir, and again, I really liked this book. I also watched the movie. It's really funny and sarcastic, and at the same time there's a lot of action. There's some stuff where I thought, oh my god, what's going to happen next? And again, I have a review and I also watched the movie, so the review is kind of both the book and the movie. The third book I read this month was Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson, which is the 5th book in the Mistborn series. It's the first book in the Wax and Wayne trilogy, and I have to say this is my favorite book this month by far. I was mind blown. I don't know what to say about this book, and for this I have a spoiler-free review as well as a book talk where I just tell you about my more in-depth thoughts, because again I was pretty much mind blown. And again, the links are in the description. The last book I read this month was Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which was the book of the month for October for the Between Worlds book club. I'll leave the link to the Goodreads group down below. And again, I liked it. I didn't really have any books that I didn't like this month, but I very rarely read books that I don't like. So yeah, but I have to say this book was my least favorite this month. And again, I have a review together with Anna, and I'll leave the link in the description. Next, let's go to the mangas. First, I finished Switch Girl, which is my favorite manga of all time. The last volume is volume 25. I thought this volume was just the perfect conclusion to this series, and I loved it. So, I apologize for the horrendous names of mangas. I think shoujo mangas, just most of the time they have really cheesy names, but the cheesier the name, the better the manga sometimes, so yeah. First I read the second volume of 31 Dream. This is actually the manga that I meant with horrendous name, and it's Beast Boyfriend, of which I read the 2nd and the 3rd volume. Something I found when people like on BookTube make their videos about the most hated tropes, I was always like, okay, yeah, it's not like I like them, but they don't bother me that much. And recently I realized why. If you think you have horrible tropes in YA contemporary or just YA literature, think again, read mangas. It's just the same plot over and over again, but I love it, so yeah. And the last manga series I read this month, I reread the first 4 volumes because I kind of couldn't remember what happened, and then I bought the next 4, and that's Sugar Soldier. I just realized I forgot to name the authors of the manga, so I'll leave them down below. The last thing I'm going to show you is I read my first Marvel comic this month. I wanted to get into Marvel for a really long time already because I enjoy the movies, but I never knew where to start, and then I thought, well, the story is at the shop where I'm buying all my manga. The mangas are in the front and all the comics are in the back. And normally I don't really go into the back, but this month I thought, whatever, let's see what's there. And I found this, which is a volume of 6 different female Marvel heroes. And it's just 6 different stories. It's Black Widow, Captain America, no. It's Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Thor, although I'm still not really sure why Thor is suddenly a female, and the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which I didn't like too much. I guess the one I liked the most, that intrigued me the most, where I want to continue, is Thor and also Black Widow. I'm really happy I bought it. So that's what I read this month. Also, I am currently reading Jack London's The Sea Wolf and I'm really enjoying it, but I started this already in November. I didn't start this in October. So that's it for this video. Tell me what you read in October and I hope I'll see you soon. Kiss kiss!